Doesn't it seem like pretty much everybody and their mom has a podcast these days? Maybe you thought about starting one by yourself or with your friends or maybe someone you know on social media, but you don't necessarily have the money to invest in all the proper equipment and software and all the technical stuff that you think it takes to make a podcast. You know, you've probably seen all these podcasts on YouTube with like these super cool setups and all the mics with the arm hanging and then the thing around the mic and all of that. And you know, they got the couches, they got the art on the wall, and then they have their merch available on their website and all of these things. And those are all great and all make, podcasting really, really cool. But it is possible to actually get started on your podcast literally today with nothing more than your phone and some headphones. So let's look at how I've been able to make a podcast using nothing but those things in today's episode. Hi, Jordan Taylor here from STARTA.ca, and welcome to another episode where we teach young business-minded entrepreneurs how to build their brand or business using mostly online tools. And today, the tool that I want to focus on is podcasting platforms, specifically Anchor.fm. So you want to start a podcast, but you don't have a ton of money for all the equipment you see all the cool podcasts having, and you don't have the money to be able to send it to this website to submit it to Apple and Spotify and all the other places. Maybe you don't know how to edit audio or collaborate with other people. Maybe you don't think you are interesting enough to create a podcast by yourself. Maybe you don't know how to actually make money from setting up a podcast, apart from selling merch. There is later in the video a free and easy way for you to make money from podcasting through Anchor, so stay tuned. For me, I literally remember going to Long and McQuaid. If you're from the Toronto area, it's the local audio production store here, and investing maybe about like $500 in recording equipment and all these different things, just for audio stuff, not including any video stuff. And so at that point, I had invested hard-earned money from my regular job into something I didn't even know how to make money from. I tried recording an episode of me just talking about stuff and trying to figure out exactly how to piece it together, only to then realize that this is actually a lot harder than I thought, using the equipment that I thought that I needed, but I didn't actually know how to use. I really wish I knew about Anchor when I had started trying to make a podcast, because it would have made my life a lot easier and I would have saved that same $500 that I had spent buying a bunch of equipment that turns out I didn't actually need. So I'm going to jump into Anchor here and kind of give you a quick overview of the platform, how I've used it, and what it kind of looks like on the back end, and show you exactly how easy it is to start a podcast right now. So check out the behind the scenes of a podcast that I have made from start to finish using Anchor. Okay, so this is Anchor, or Anchor.fm. Now, this is the desktop version. They also have a mobile app that you can use as well. Now, the mobile app piece is really cool because you can actually use the microphone and the headphones on your phone to actually go and record everything, and you can record directly into the program. But now, I would have used STARTA, which is what you're listening to right now, for how to do this, but I wanted to actually use a podcast that I recorded strictly on my phone just to prove how easy and foolproof this is. So this is a podcast that I did called Thank Grab for that. I did one season of it and I put out, I believe it was 7 episodes, I want to say. Let's see, 6 episodes. Right? So this is how Anchor.fm works, is you can actually record on here, you can promote, you can also earn money here as well. Now, because I'm in Canada, they don't have sponsorships enabled directly, so you would still have to find your own sponsors if you're in Canada. If you're in the US, then this is available to you from day one. Really cool. You can also check out all the analytics of your page as well, right? You can see all the listing platforms, where your people people are. You can check out which kind of devices people are listening to you on. And you can also go into your individual episodes here as well. Now, in terms of getting an episode uploaded, it's very easy. I actually recorded all of these episodes with the headphones that came with my phone. I recorded mine as a voice note, and then I actually edited it and uploaded through Anchor, but you can actually record directly in Anchor. So you can actually hit record and you can capture it right from here and just click allow when it asks to access your microphone. You can actually accept listener voice messages and you can feature them. You can reuse previously uploaded audio. So if you have an intro to your show that you use, right, you can actually use that. You can save it here and just copy and paste in each episode, and as well as transitions for free music and sound effects and stuff, right? So you can click to upload and you can upload audio right from your computer if that's what you want to do, or you can record right through here. So it's pretty cool. So if you go to library, you can actually go through any and everything else that you had as well, which is pretty neat, right? Or you can go through their free music and sound effects, and there's probably a bunch of stuff that you can go through here. Pretty neat stuff there as well. And then once you hit save episode, then it'll take you to the point where you can actually go and edit some stuff. So let's try doing this right now. So let's click allow and let's start recording. So this is what it would sound like if I were making a podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow the page and leave us a review. Thanks for listening. And that's just how easy it is. So I just recorded it and now it's going to upload. Might take a few moments, but then once that is done, then I can add that to the episode just by clicking this button right here. Boom. It's added right there. And then you can also add background music to that as well if you want to make it a little bit unique. So let's say we want to do that. So let's do here. We can remove from episode, but it stays here. So let's add some background music to that. Let's do something cool. Let's add some beats and we'll just pick something random. We'll see what this sounds like. I don't know if the audio is transmitting, but it sounds cool. So we'll select that and we'll preview with our audio. So then we can click apply just like that. It'll process for a bit. And once we see that it's done processing, then we'll be able to add it to our episode and then we can move on to the next one. So we click add. You can also add a sponsored segment if you are in the US and you have the sponsors enabled. We've added this to here. We can kind of preview it here if we want to hear what it sounds like a nice little intro. And then we have the audio playing. Pretty cool. So now we can click save episode. And that brings us to this page. And we can call this one demo podcast episode. Make sure to listen to the whole episode. Hope you enjoy. And now here it's cool. You can select to publish it now, or you can have it publish on a particular day. We want to post it next week at 8 a.m. Cool, then we can schedule it or we can save it as a draft, right? So let's save it as a draft for now. And so then we can choose from here. We can go right back in here and then we can click publish. Then you can go into your episodes and you can review everything, and then you can also see that we have it right here as well. Overall, it's really cool. You can actually edit the audio in there as you saw as well. You can record in here, you can edit in here. You can also enable monetization in here as well if you are in the US. It's pretty cool. You can activate payments. There's sponsorships you can do as well. It's pretty cool. And the cool thing is that they will actually distribute the podcast here for you. So you can see here that I have the podcast available on Anchor, Spotify, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public. You used to actually be able to put in Apple Podcasts as well, but it seems that they have taken that off. It's a very useful and powerful tool. Everything's kind of all in one place. It's very simple. You can upload pre-edited audio, or you can record your own audio as well. You can reuse audio, and you can create transitions as well. It just makes podcasting kind of foolproof and dummy proof and all the other types of proof that there are. And I really wish that I knew about this years before I actually found out about it. But overall, I think it's great, and I highly encourage you to check it out. So there you have it. That has been my feedback and my experience using Anchor.fm to create a podcast. Fun fact, I actually use it to make this show as well. Now, I have mentioned in previous videos how you can actually use a 3-step process to actually create a podcast and make sure that it continues going over time. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to check it out. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, make sure to go check out the blog over on STARTA.ca, and you can find the article there. Now, yes, that video was about podcasting in particular. However, it is applicable to any type of content marketing you want to do, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it's a blog, whether it's Facebook content, whatever it is applicable. And I highly encourage you to use it along with the other videos on this show, because it really has a lot of valuable information that is omnipplicable. Little word I made up. It is totally applicable to all different types of content styles. I highly encourage you to check it out. Now, if you are on board with this whole podcasting, content marketing, creative journey, then I want to take another step in the direction of helping you, and that is by giving you a free PDF guide. Essentially what it is, it's a 100% free guide that I just emailed to you that has a 3-step process on how to come up with your online brand or business idea, or the idea that's going to help you create content. If you want to check it out, check the link in the description if you're watching on YouTube, check the link in my bio if you're watching on Instagram, or go to starta.ca and click on the How button on the main homepage if you're listening to this on Spotify or wherever you're watching this, and that is where you can get started. Just pop in your email, I'll email it to you, no strings attached, my gift to you. I want to be able to help you out. Now, that being said, if you have any feedback on the guide, on my previous video, or on this video, and you want to let me know what you think of Anchor or podcasting in general, leave a comment down below or send me a message on Instagram. I really, really, really want to know what you think about this whole situation. So let's get a discussion going. Let's give each other our insights and really try to learn from each other here, because it's all about starting. Anywho, that is it for this week's video. I will see you on the next one.